Alright everyone, welcome back. Today we're making Zigni from Eritrea. Super similar to Dorawa. It's actually like same spice blend, a lot of the same ingredients, but like instead of using 4 onions, you're only using 1 onion, and instead of just using tomato paste, you're adding diced tomatoes. Also it's beef instead of chicken, but you know. Similar vibe, same spice blend, same like style of cutting up the onions. You'll see. Let me clear everything off and we'll start chopping. I'm gonna assume that you've seen the previous episode, right? Where I tear gassed myself with onion. And here's the thing. It was pretty bad from the right from the start, but using even the food processor with the onion, that still really hurt, and we're doing it again today, right? Because that's what you got to do for this dish. It's just how it goes. So anyways, grab your onion, get them in your food processor. And get your onions cut down to a nice fine texture like this. And you're gonna add them into a pan that's hot with oil. It should be about a half a cup. A lot of oil again. That's probably still not enough, but that's probably good for now. And you're just gonna wanna get these onions browned. So right from the start, let's get this in there. That piece is still too big. Ooh, this is gonna hurt me, isn't it? Oh no, the oil's not hot enough yet. Good. Alright, while the onion's brown, let's work on grabbing some garlic. So my garlic started to sprout there a bit. Yeah, like half of them were purple. It's all fine to eat, right? But I would call this, I mean, you can count them up, but realistically cut it in half, and that's probably how much is here, or at least a third. There's like 11 halves here. Call it 8 cloves, you know, actually not even. Call it 6 cloves, maybe 7 at the most. You're just gonna grab them, get them in here too, since you already got it out, and just slice them up. Bam. Man, these pieces of onion do not want to cut. If you watched the previous video, you watched me make Burberry. You need more Burberry. I have Burberry right here. I could just use this and not show you, but I feel like, you know, it wasn't this video, so I should probably make it again just to show you how to make it. Plus, I still have it all written down right here. So, I'm doing half of it this time. 2 tablespoons of paprika, 1 tablespoon of cayenne pepper, 1 teaspoon of ginger powder, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, a half a teaspoon of onion powder, a half a teaspoon of cumin, a half a teaspoon of ground cardamom, a half a teaspoon of fenugreek, a half a teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon of ground cloves, a 1/4 teaspoon of nutmeg, a 1/4 teaspoon of turmeric, a 1/4 teaspoon of allspice, and a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. Put a lid on it and shake it up. Or just like stir it, you know, if you're a normal person and didn't put it in a container. And that's what it should look like. That's your Burberry. So back over here now that these onions are done, let's get the garlic added in. A half a stick of butter, 1 teaspoon of ginger paste, add in about 3 ounces of tomato paste. Get in 2 tablespoons of the Burberry spice blend. Actually 3 tablespoons. It varied a lot depending on recipes, so I'm gonna go with 3 for now. And a teaspoon of black pepper. Now salt to taste obviously, but I'm gonna throw in like a teaspoon right now. Get your beef or lamb in. By the time you've added all those spices and whatnot, your tomato paste should be done, so just go straight for the beef. And just get the beef mixed in there. Once that's all mixed up, add in a can of chopped tomatoes. And actually, add in a can of tomato sauce. I wasn't sure if it was gonna be necessary. Some recipes had it, some didn't, but it looks like it's needed to add in the water content that we need. Get everything nice and mixed. I'm throwing in a little bit extra Burberry just because I have a little bit extra. That's probably like an extra half a tablespoon. Now that everything is nice and mixed, I'm adding like a half a cup of water just so this gets pressurized. You don't have to do that depending on your pressure cooker. And then we're just gonna cook it, lid on, pressurized for 30 minutes. I'll see you then. It's been 30 minutes, and now at this point, taste for seasoning. Mine definitely needs a little bit more salt, so I'm gonna go ahead and add that. And mine's also just a little bit too watery. That was kind of, Jesus, it's really splashing. That was kind of expected, right? Just because I used a pressure cooker instead of cooking it on the stove, which you're supposed to use a pressure cooker, but you know, I had to add water to my pressure cooker to make it work. So I'm just gonna let this cook down for, I don't know, maybe 5-10 minutes just to get some of that moisture out of there, and then we are good to serve. Okay, so it has been about 10 minutes. I went ahead and just let it reduce. Now you can see like it's good thickness there to it, but let's give it a taste. Wow, crazy, look at that, it's right in front. How does that even happen? We've got it on top of some injera again. If you don't know how to make injera, please go see the previous video. It explains everything. It is a little cracked now because it's been 2 days of it sitting in my fridge, so it's a little bit drier than what it once was, but use it, grab a piece of meat. Wow, I like this a lot more than Dorawa. I know I keep comparing them, it's just because I feel like they were so similar. This one, the flavor profile is significantly stronger, right? you get those spices. I would have liked some heat. I saw some people say you can add some fresh chilies in the process. I might throw some hot sauce on here. And then in the main bat, I might throw in a little bit of ghost pepper sauce just to like add the heat for later when I eat the rest of it. But the freshness of the tomato makes this sauce just better in my opinion, right? Like, this would be fantastic over rice, but it contrasts really well with the sourness of the injera, so it's just good. I'd actually recommend making this one because, like, it's not that hard. Doesn't take that much time either. You do need a lot of spices, though, which is kind of a pain, but, like, once you got those, it's easy peasy. Anyways, that's Zigni from Eritrea. Recommend making it. Pretty straightforward one. I'll see you guys next time.